Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about some super helpful tips and tricks and other details that you might not have known about in Grand Theft Auto Online. So whenever I do these types of videos, I always try and teach you at least one or two brand new things. Hopefully, it's more than that. If I do, be sure to drop this video a thumbs up. That would be awesome. But out of the way, let's not waste any more time, and let's get it started. So we know that Rockstar has been pretty, I guess, not lenient about allowing us to have police stuff in the game. They always seem to remove our police outfits. For some time, we were able to have police cars in the game. Obviously, you can't customize them and store them or do anything like that, which is kind of unfortunate, but there is a way in which you can at least get a pretty rare police vehicle in free roam, and that is the police bike. So the police motorcycle is really awesome. It was only used a couple times in single player, but you would always find like policemen sitting on the sides of the highway, and I think it's just one of the coolest vehicles of all time. Now, unfortunately, there is no way for me to just tell you to go to point A to point B and get it, but instead it's going to be done through a vehicle sourcing mission. So you're going to need to just source a bunch of vehicles over and over and over again, and eventually you'll get to one where the person driving the vehicle is pulled over on the side of the road, and on the side of the road they should be accompanied by two police officers on police bikes, and this is your opportunity to do it. So this might be helpful to have more than one person so that one person can deliver the vehicle while you and maybe your other friend have the police bike, and this is how you can use it in free mode. Now, unfortunately, there is a little bit of bad news to this in that you cannot store it in your garage, nor can you take it into the Los Santos custom shop, but if you were ever looking for a way to role play, or let's say you have the police outfit, which is something I covered in previous videos on how to actually get, you can use this and it will actually look so cool. So like I said, this could be perfect for just free roaming around, doing some snapmatics, or wanting to trick your friends. Like I said, this could be super fun, and it's pretty easy to do, and you can do this kind of mindlessly. Just source some vehicles, do it to actually make money, and then the second one of these comes up, you can say, oh, I can get a free police bike. So that's pretty cool, and that's how you can get the police motorcycle in free mode in Grand Theft Auto Online. This next tip also has to do with sourcing a vehicle, and one of the most frustrating and difficult vehicle sourcing missions is when you encounter someone who not only got to the vehicle first, but is also being chased by the police. I'm talking about NPCs, of course. Now, these missions kind of range from super easy to like go to point A, deliver to point B, to this one, which I think this one is the hardest one because not only is the driver driving erratically quick, but he also has the cops on him. So if you shoot him, you're automatically going to get 3 stars. Now, what I found out is the best way to deal with this is to completely kill off the cops that are chasing him and then let the driver run its course. So apparently, these drivers are given a route that they're supposed to take, and when their route is over, they will eventually stop. Now, if that doesn't happen, what I recommend you do is just get into a helicopter and then try and predict where on the road this driver is, get in front of them, and then take an accurate shot with a sniper rifle or an assault rifle and try and take him out. It's going to be way too difficult to try and follow him on the road, and it'll be way more challenging if you've got the police officers following you as well. So try those 2 tricks, shoot the cops out of the air, or maybe just get rid of the cops altogether by calling Lester after you kill them, and then you'll be able to deal with the driver a whole lot more efficiently, and eventually he will end up stopping, which is pretty cool, and you should be able to get the car from him no problem. All right, up next, I'm going to be showing you guys an updated way to get inside of Franklin's house. So I'm not sure if this applies to other buildings like his aunt's house or Lester's garment factory, but I would imagine it would work the same way. So Rockstar have tried to patch this a bunch, but this is a cool way in which you can get inside of his house. Basically, all you need to do is go around to the back, kind of where the pool is, and then you need to like press right bumper or lean up against the glass until your character is in the center of the mirror. So once he's in the center of the mirror, what you then need to do is either have a job ready or call someone like Martin Madrazo and get yourself a red job. Now, once you have one of those red jobs, all you need to do is load up the job itself, Once you get to the main menu, all you then have to do after that is simply back out. And if it worked correctly, which it did for me on the first time, you should be able to get inside of the building you're going for. Now, for this example right here, as I mentioned, I was using Franklin's house, the one from single player. This probably could work really well for his aunt's house, could probably work for Michael DeSantis' house, Trevor's trailer, Lester's garment factory. So I want you guys to kind of try this and let me know which one of these works for you. So maybe let me know on Twitter, hey, this worked at Lester's garment factory, or hey, this worked at Michael's house. But this method is now working, and I'm sure you could use it for a bunch of really cool locations. And Franklin's house on the inside is awesome. So you can troll your friends, troll some other people, or just come in here and take some pretty cool snapmatics if you wanted to as well. So that's a great, unique way how to get inside of Franklin's house and hopefully some other pretty cool areas as well. Okay, up next is a pretty quick and simple trick, but I thought you guys would get a huge kick out of it just like I did. It's actually how you can dive into bodies of water. Kind of, you look like a weirdo, basically. That's what it is. So there's two parts to this. Number one, you're obviously going to have to find a body of water that you can dive deep enough into. And then number two, you're going to have your vehicle close enough so that you can use the vehicle interaction menu. So what you want to do is go up to the edge of the water, and then you want to open up your vehicle menu where you can control the engine, the headlights, and neon lights. And then as you dive in the water, you want to turn the engine on by flipping left or right on the D-pad. And when you do this, you'll notice that your guy will like raise his arms in the air as he dives in. Like I said, this is a really funny but simple bug. It looks like you're flopping around doing like a belly flop instead of properly diving in, which I actually think looks absolutely hysterical. I did this a couple times and I literally couldn't stop laughing. So this is another thing you can do to just have some fun with your friends, troll them around, or just say, hey, look at this. I dive kind of weird. So like I said, check that out. It's super easy to do, and I had a lot of fun with that as well. Moving on, I'm going to show you guys how you can actually get the duffel bag in Grand Theft Auto Online on your free mode character. Now, there's two ways in which I was able to go about doing this. I had better success with one than the other. One method is actually loading up the special cargo mission for the Phantom Wedge. So what you do with this one is it'll actually like spawn you in with a duffel bag. And then what you want to do from there is load up your interaction menu. You then want to go down to body armor, place a body armor on, and then go to show any type of body armor. And then once you do that, all you have to do is leave. Now, when I did this, the duffel bag that I was wearing did not stick to my character. It disappeared as soon as I got in the lobby. However, there is another trick you can use just in case that doesn't work for you. Now, that method worked for a lot of my friends. It didn't work for me. But if you have one of the biker businesses, what you can do is do a sell, and hopefully one of those sells will put a duffel bag on your back. Now, if that does happen, what you can do is then go to the ammunition store and actually save your outfit from there. Now, you do have to be careful because whatever outfit you are applying this to, it will be permanently saved to. So you obviously won't be able to change clothes and then save it to another outfit. Otherwise, it'll go away. So pick and choose wisely before you start. But then all you have to do is save it and boom, you should be good to go. So if the Phantom Wedge method doesn't work, try it with the biker businesses. That one worked more successfully for me. And you should be able to save your outfit. And then in free mode, you'll have a duffel bag on your back, which absolutely looks just super cool. Speaking of some other cool things you can do with outfits, you guys know the juggernaut suit. It looks pretty menacing and scary, right? Well, if you have a juggernaut suit, which I actually showed you guys how to do a couple of weeks ago when the juggernaut adversary mode came out, you can actually make it a naked version, which is kind of funny. So if you have the juggernaut suit, all you have to do is go over to the clothing store. What you then want to do after that is go to overcoat blazers and then select no top. And what will happen is it will take all like the extra pieces off of the suit, kind of making it look like it was a little bit naked, like it's missing some things. So I thought this was absolutely hysterical. I really did think this was a lot of fun. It turns the juggernaut suit into this like menacing thing and into this thing that almost looks like it's missing parts of its outfit, which indeed it is. So I thought that that is a really cool and interesting and unique look. So if you do have the juggernaut suit and you want to try this, definitely go for it. It is by far one of the most unique looks you could have on your character in Grand Theft Auto Online. Now, this might kind of be a niche special feature, but it's actually where the offices are located in the Arcadius Business Center and in the Maze Bank Tower. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, why is this important? Well, I've got a good example for you. A couple weeks ago, when we were doing CEO crate buying and selling stuff, a lot of the thumbnails you saw for my live stream, it actually featured jets looking into our office from the outside window. So if you ever wanted to make cool shots like that, you'd need to know where the office is. So on the Maze Bank Tower, it's not located at the top, surprisingly, nor is it really located in the center. I'll show you guys where it is right now. You can kind of see the FIB and the IAA buildings behind you. So that's a pretty good location point as to where I am. And it's about 3/4 the way up the tower itself. So if you ever wanted to troll your friends or you knew they were in their office and you wanted to scare them with like a jet explosion, this is something you could do that could be really funny right there. And as far as where it's located in the Arcadius Business Center, it's located on the spire that faces perfectly parallel to the unfinished business building in downtown Los Santos. So you guys will see it on the screen right now. It's obviously a little bit harder for me to describe, whereas if you just see it, you'll automatically know where that is. And it's really close to the top as well. So you don't have to worry about going any farther down than that. So that's pretty cool. I don't know where they are in the other two buildings because I've only owned offices in those two, so I don't have any experience with the other ones. But if you guys find out, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below. All right, and finally, last but not least, I wouldn't really call this a secret feature, but just something that I've noticed has been going on a lot recently. Have you guys been seeing the fact that Rockstar's cloud servers are incredibly unstable? Like every 5 minutes in my Grand Theft Auto Online lobby, it'll say saving failed, unable to connect to Rockstar's cloud servers. And sometimes it won't say save successful for a long, long time. So I don't know what's going on here. Am I the only one that is experiencing this, or are other people experiencing just terrible server connection in Grand Theft Auto Online? I know the servers aren't the best, but I'm experiencing it way more than I'm used to, and it's happening so often that I just can't believe it's real. So let me know your thoughts and opinions and more about that in the comment section down below. But really, that's all the information I have for you guys in this video today. Hopefully you did enjoy. As always with this type of video, I'm hopeful that I taught you at least 1 or 2 new things, and if I did, be sure to drop it a like. That would be awesome. And subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With out of the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.